had enough of your emotional body, traumatic abuse and circumstances, and a lifestyle that doesn't fulfill you in any way, that doesn't bring pleasure, that doesn't bring joy, and anything that cuts your vibration down to the highest level, you're on the right platform. Now, after 22 years being a therapist, working with all universes, I created that eternal alchemist in which we can transform very quickly through the illusions, through the malfunctioning, through anything you may have suffered in this lifetime. And there's nobody who didn't suffer. We all were born in the matrix. We remove that matrix. We move into the crystalline fields and resurrect ourselves immediately back into the languages of light, sacred geometry, mathematics, and a new environment in which you get your own coding back that comes through the capstone of creation. So we will bring a complete overhaul in your consciousness, an overhaul in your mental barriers, and we completely reinstall the capstone of eternal, immortal living, through which the light languages will completely bring a change and remove all that malfunctioning, everything you suffered from, every disease and everything you have wished for can be installed in no time. If you're interested, jump into that free webinar and enjoy the quickening of vibration, because 2022 is truly the year of alchemy, blowing through illusions, not allowing the long draw cycles of repairing and healing. We are completely over and done with that. We need quick fixes, we need quicker movement, and the removal of anything that cuts us down to the lowest of vibrations, which are fear, diseases, traumatic circumstances. So opening up the all seeing eye, opening up the ears that receive their own data, meaning universal messages, and no malfunctioning in those messages. That is the removal of ego consciousness, moving back into your spiritual body, spiritual consciousness, moving with the capstone of creation, and the authentic energy fields, embodiments that start off into the bilocation environments in which light languages, sacred geometry, numbers, and codes are a necessity. So jump on to that beautiful webinar and enjoy the information. That is, if you are ready, we are ready. Decide now. From creating a light vehicle matching all species in the universes, and getting to crystallize the chakras, opening up into your pillars of light, are at least the items I will address in my brand new course, Alchemy. Moving up into the alchemy of the English language, so you get back into the power of the word. Moving back in the truth of diseases, and most of them come through the broken meridians around the earth that have been repaired. So reconnecting with liquid golden universal self and your meridian grid alignment, going to all your acupuncture points in the body, is what will assist you to go all the way up into the quicker and easier alchemy that moves with the eye of the divine. So the next level is opening the eyes, reconnecting with the omni eyes, and then opening up into the Hebrew language of light, which is a very, very strong and old language. You don't need to know how to speak Hebrew or anything. It's all about the Hebrew alphabet connected to your light vehicle, the 144 levels of light consciousness, overriding immediately dense negative emotional content and mental barriers you may suffer from. And there is not one person on the planet who doesn't have mental barriers. We all have them whenever we get in society, or we read an article, or we come into contact with anything, we may have mental blocks, emotional blocks, and suffer from that, which create again um, diseases on the many levels of our energy bodies. That is where the capstone comes in to your vision. And so here, your entire body, this is something truly exceptional, will be prepared. Your entire glandular reconstruction will go to a complete overhaul and change, in which we install the capstone back into your brains, which is massively important because you need your source, your direct connect to your universal spark, and your spirit back in the body. In order to be able to do that, you need to go in the construction, the technology of the capstone, and then your life becomes interesting. You work in co-creation with parallel universes, and then we get into the new model of light opening up, the new tree of light, and that is where the openings of these celestial and universal bodies, open the gates, and you start to slide in with your universal self and open the gates, and that comes from the pillars of light that bring true massive codes, that bring true your designs, that bring to your original essence. So from there on, it truly becomes endlessly interesting. So how can you not be interested in getting out of the emotional body? So here's a link in the description box. You can click, and there's an introduction video that explains a little more. You can look at the course, what it entails, but it definitely changes your life once and for all, forever, because that is what alchemy is meant for. And alchemy is not only the golden elixir, alchemy goes far beyond that, because we need to merge with everything in existence, because that is how we came into existence. So I hope that makes sense to you. We only have to relearn it, we have to re-educate ourselves into the origin of creation, and recreating and repairing what went wrong. So we all in it together. Let's solve it together. I hope you enjoyed it.